Welcome to the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast with host Jacqueline Burke. On today's episode, we are interviewing Kim Quezada.
Welcome to the podcast, Kim. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, good, good. We're recording this on a Sunday, so I'm really feeling, yeah, it is a Sunday today, and it's kind
Yeah.
of relaxing, and it's a good time to dive into this conversation.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a bad Sunday. It's been a busy week, so I'm happy to start a new week like this.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So today we're doing an episode that falls under conversations with,
Mm-hmm.
and we revisit little Kim.
Okay.
So little 4, 5, 6-year-old Kim.
Okay.
So at that age, what did you want to be when you grew up?
At that age, I don't believe that I had any sort of idea of what I wanted to do. Like my mom was a single mom and we moved around a lot. And
Yeah,
so I think more than my siblings, I had issues with being uprooted a lot.
yeah.
So I lived mostly in my imagination and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Can you explain a little bit more about that? What that was like for you?
Um, I mean, yeah, it was like it was hard to make friends. It was hard to connect to people. Like I have a twin sister and
Oh,
she was way it was easier for her to connect with other kids and I was so shy. I didn't like to speak in front of people and stuff. So
yeah,
I normally just had like one friend
yeah.
and yeah, like I think and I was one for temper tantrums, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah,
because I just couldn't express fully to people as a young girl. And so that would get really frustrating for me. So yeah, I was
yeah,
I was pretty emotional, but like pretty quiet.
yeah. Would
Yeah.
you call yourself like introverted?
Oh yeah, still.
Yeah. Oh,
Still,
yeah.
still to this day. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, for sure. Like I really, as a kid, like I remember I would have all these stuffed animals and I'd have all these dolls and they would be my world and I preferred my own company and I would always like be outside and you know like I would get long skirts and dance in the backyard, but I wasn't really like princessy. It was just like
right.
I just preferred that. I didn't like
Yeah,
a lot of crowds and but yet I yearned to be liked by other
yeah,
kids. So it was
yeah,
kind of like this kind of butting heads with myself.
yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot like I'm an only child.
Hmm.
Um, and that sounds similar to the experiences I had.
Hmm.
Like you kind of create your own reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
yeah, because it can get and also too, like being introverted myself, like you find more comfort in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you don't have to rely on anybody else to make you happy. You just create your own happiness.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Which is kind of a good lesson in a way to have that as a child because to be an adult and to know how to create your own happiness and not be reliant on somebody to do that for you is
Yeah.
pretty cool,
Yeah, it is for
right?
sure. Yeah. There's
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think people intend to go out and disappoint people, but I think for me, there's like less disappointment when I don't
yeah,
have, a lot of that expectation of other people to fulfill me because I
yeah,
have other areas of which I can do that, right?
yeah. Right on. So who inspired you as a child?
Um, I honestly did like music, like I remember liking Celine Dion like
Oh yeah,
way before was maybe like I was like really young. I was like, and Celine Dion came on, and I'm like, oh, I could just listen to her forever. I had crushes real bad.
yeah.
So not inspiration, but like New Kids on the Block, right? Is
Oh
like
yeah,
went gaga. So it's like I guess they would inspire me just to like kind of, I don't know, just be Twitter pated. But I don't think anybody really, I don't think I found a real big inspiration at a young age.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I would like if I find or if I found a good tune or good music,
yeah,
Disney. I didn't really get the like I liked Aladdin. Aladdin was my favorite. And
yeah,
but the music of Disney was really what got to me, not so much the
yeah,
movies. Yeah.
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 Oh yeah. Yeah, the music in Disney movies just kind of gets all the attention.
Yeah.
Like it grabs your attention
Yeah.
and it locks you in with that.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. Like one
they're
day my
geniuses.
exactly, like one day my prince will come
Yeah.
or a whole new world, Jesus, like that.
Yeah.
I could listen to that forever, right? So I
Yeah.
guess yeah, it wasn't just like a person that would inspire me. It was more like what came out of something that was created and then I could like put it in
Yeah.
and create my own little world with that.
That's cool. So creativity has been your inspiration.
Yeah. Hmm. For
That's
sure.
neat. Um, so growing up as a child, did you go to like elementary school or were you homeschooled or
No, we went, like I said, we moved a lot. So we went to like Catholic school. Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then it like they would always make sure that my twin sister and I were separated because we were
Oh,
identical. And so she was
yeah.
in one class and I
Oh,
was in the other. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they could tell you apart.
Exactly. Exactly. It wasn't mixed until we moved to the country where you had to go into the same
Yeah.
class, right? But by then we were like completely different.
Oh,
Um, but school and yeah, the regular, the norm. I think there's more homeschooling these days than there is
yeah.
when I grew up.
There is, yeah. I I I know some friends that I had in elementary school or at that time when they were like their fathers were either in RCMP or
Oh
something where
yeah.
they got transferred a lot.
Hmm.
There were different things that like the mom would do at home with the child or get them involved in more. I don't know if it was called homeschooling back then, but um, it looked like homeschooling.
Right. Yeah.
So because of transfers and what have you, but
Hmm.
yeah, so that's pretty cool. But did you make lots of connections as you got older?
Not really. Like I said, I had maybe I remember in elementary I would have one or two friends, right?
Yeah.
And my sister had more of the group, right? And
Okay.
so I would stay like yeah, like I would have like huge crushes, but I was like geeky, like I was nerdy, and so they would never look at me, right? And I had
Mhm.
really short hair. I looked like a boy, like it was terrible. But I had one or two friends. One was like a super best friend. I'll remember her forever. And then the other was like she was kind of like she took over, and so I kind of
Oh,
followed her around, right?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Um, so I guess with you, how it sounds is that with your sister and you, it's almost like that yin yang, like the
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah, they call us mirror twins, right? So
Yeah.
I'm left-handed, she's right-handed. We
Ah,
have little moles on the opposite sides. So when you look at
oh,
us, it would be
wow.
like the reflection. I had
Oh,
short hair, she had long hair all the time. Yeah.
oh, is that ever neat?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But did you find the balance though in your relationship with her?
Uh, Not always.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was sometimes motherly and try like she was the top dog. Like she would get the new clothes, she would get the pets, she would get, and then I
Oh,
would get the hand-me-downs kind of thing.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there were times where we didn't get along. There were times where we were best friends, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Hmm.
And that's balance too, right?
Yeah.
You don't get along and then you are friends,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
Hmm.
As an only child, like I mean, even to this day, I'm learning more about siblings,
Hmm.
and the difference, like when they do fight or when they do make up and all that kind of stuff, that's a normal balance between siblings,
Yeah. Yeah, for
you
sure.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of neat though. Like, I mean, did you find in school, like as you got older into high school, did you find the balance became better or it became
Yeah, we ran with
the
the
same?
same crowd. Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much the same crowd. Yeah. Because back like when we went to high school, it was a smaller high school and we had to be in this well high school you have different classes and stuff but
right.
yeah you ran with the same crowds right because when you started high school it's like okay well we have each other right
Yeah,
so and then
yeah.
that just like ballooned from there.
Oh, good.
Hmm.
Um, so in school, was there any teacher or anything that stands out in your mind that inspired you?
More so in there was there was a teacher I absolutely hated. I remember her
Oh,
name. Her name was Miss Piska. And I
oh,
would have temper tantrums in her classroom because she would tick me off so bad.
oh,
I felt like she had it in for me, you know?
okay.
Um, but like she taught me a lot in just, I don't know, like I can't even do like a specific what did she teach me? She just taught me a lot. She just taught me a lot about growth and that things don't always happen, you know, when you want them to and stuff. And I actually started really writing in her class.
Oh, good.
And then I had an English teacher named Mrs. Black who introduced me to Shakespeare Hamlet and
Oh, wow.
love that, right? And those are the two that really stand out to me for sure. Like all the
Oh,
like there are
good.
more that I really
Yeah.
got along with, but those two I always remember them. Yeah.
Yeah. The teachers that tend to challenge us in a variety of ways are hard to forget.
Yeah, they're hard to
It,
forget. But I remember that she was a tough one. She was a tough broad, right? But I wouldn't change it, you
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Um, so from like what you were doing in school, so when you got into high school, what did you want to be when you graduated?
Um, Again, it wasn't in my household, it was survival because
Okay.
I didn't grow up in a very wholesome household, if
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can tell you that.
Yeah, that's okay.
So it was really based on survival. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I just did what would take me out of the situation. So
I
in high school, it's like, what can I do to get out of the house sooner? And I was a good
okay.
cook.
Oh,
So I did culinary arts from Nate.
oh, neat.
Yeah. And then I understood what that meant, especially at Christmas time.
Yeah.
And then did a stint in television production. And then I went back to school and did Chinese medicine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then I had babies and then I worked, you know, now I work in insurance. But so I don't think if you were to ask me that today, like as an adult, what would you have wanted to do? Like,
Yeah.
I like watching medical shows and they glorify
Okay.
the ER, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'd be an ER doc, but I work with physicians and they're like, it's not how it is on TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, I didn't aspire to be much because I had to survive the
Okay.
next
Yeah.
the next part. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's understandable.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of like when you talk to children or a lot of children that have experienced needing to feel you're in survival mode
Hmm.
at a young age, you tend to not think about what you want to be when you grow up. It's just about
Yeah.
what you want to do to get through to the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then focus, and every day is like that. So it's like those things get put on the shelf a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always had my imagination. Like if something was
Yeah.
really heavy, then I'd always escape into my imagination.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's comforting to have. It's
Hmm.
like whether you have your crushes or your Disney movies that help create your imaginary place,
Yes. Yeah.
where you escape to. That is very healthy for a creative mind,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
So it's not like squashed, right?
No,
Hmm.
like that's where a lot of creativity happens, and then
Yeah.
that's how you become that creative individual.
Hmm.
We
Totally
don't
agree.
realize it at the time,
Yeah.
that there's going to be some benefit to that,
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know,
Hmm.
where we need to feel like we have to escape into our own creative world or
Hmm.
imaginary world,
Yes.
that's going to make you the creative you are today.
Yeah. And even for some relief, right? Like
Yeah,
let's just unlock and go
yeah,
for a little bit.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
you come back and it's almost like a vacation, right? It's like, okay,
right.
I can continue. Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with your creativity, how does that play into your career today?
It plays more into the hobbies that I have, not necessarily
Okay,
the
okay.
creative stuff or
Mhm.
the real world job stuff. The real world job stuff is more of my able to get stuff done.
Right.
It's the practical, it's let's get this done, let's get it over with, let's do this job, and then at the end of the day, it's over, right?
Okay.
The creativity for sure is like what I do, like with the intuitive coaching and with the
Okay.
light language and with the writing. That's where it like fostered that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. So do you want to speak a little bit about that? I'd like to hear about your creative hobbies.
I started writing in grade 4.
Yeah.
And then like any sort of daydreams or whatever, I would write them into little stories and make me
Oh,
like
good.
the character, right?
Oh, neat.
And then I think, what was it? I think in 2013, I really started, like, I just started at work. I had some downtime and I was just like, do, 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 do. And this first chapter came out, and that was the first chapter of my first book. And I just went with it. And I actually wrote like a whole book. I'm like, where the heck did that happen?
Yeah.
But I honestly, it was so therapeutic because I actually lived in that
Yeah.
while living the whole practical.
Oh,
And
good.
then, and then I couldn't believe I actually finished it. Like, I wouldn't say it's any good or not, but I actually finished a novel, and then I went on to the other one because I had like snaps of like inspiration, right?
Yeah.
And then the intuitive coaching, I think that creativity just keeps the mind open,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
If you're working just a 9 to 5 job, you come home and it's like Groundhog Day, there's not that opening for creative inspiration to allow that imagination to open. Because I think with, intuitive coaching, psychic, like whatever,
Yeah.
you need that spark of inspiration. You need that opening, that the open door to something else,
Right.
right? And that is a muscle that you need to work out. It just doesn't
Yeah.
like stay there, right? It could
Yeah.
come easily to people, but you have to actually like nurture it in my
Oh,
in
yeah.
my mind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nurturing. That's
Mhm.
important in anything you do,
Yeah.
really. Like whether it's like even a 9 to 5 job,
Mhm.
right? If you go have a job like that, nurture your position,
Yeah, nurture
you
it
know,
and be grateful for the fact that you do have a job, because there's a
right?
lot of people that don't have it, right?
Yeah,
And even if you
absolutely.
like just drag your heels, it's like somebody wants that job
Yeah.
that you have, and you have it. So
Yeah.
just say thank you.
Yeah. It's that gratitude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so what I wanted to talk to you about was like we're going to have another episode with you about your writing, and we're
Yes.
going to talk about your novels.
Hmm.
But I'd like to learn more about your intuitive coaching, and how you've taken your past and worked into your career. Like any of the things you've been through in your past have affected your career.
I think in regards to intuitive coaching, if the things that I lived through
Yeah.
and the choices that I made to bring me here today, if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have the compassion, and
Okay.
I don't think I would have the to make space for other people like that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not connecting through trauma at all, 0%, but at least I can recognize when somebody's going through it, and I can
Right.
hold that space safely for them, right?
Yeah.
And if I hold that space in that space, what's allowed to fill that is
Yeah.
spirit, is the
Yeah.
ultimate love, is the ultimate compassion and understanding. If I'm just like, if I sit there and be
Yeah.
judgy, that just
Yeah.
closes off any sort of messages of compassion for anybody to help them get to the next point, to the next
Right.
step, right? And so I really, really believe that even though the circumstances of my past were very, very difficult,
Yeah.
and I had to get into that creativity, and I had to get into that, imagination to have that break from life.
Yeah.
I just think it just allowed me to just keep that space wide open for people to feel safe
Yeah.
in the presence or the environment that I uh, give to
Yeah.
them or offer to them.
Right.
Mhm.
So, what you basically what you needed in your as a younger girl, you're giving to your clients.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you see these reels where be proud that you're the person that your little girl or little boy would run to for help, right?
Right.
Super important for me to have that for anybody that walks into my space.
Yeah.
Your little inner child can
Yeah.
come to me and it's a safe spot for you to do so.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, that's wonderful. I know, like we don't realize that the little child that we were is
Hmm.
still with us,
Yeah, hand in hand.
you know,
Yeah,
and it's important to honor that little girl.
yeah,
And I feel that with what you're doing with your intuitive coaching, especially, you are honoring you at your younger self.
yeah. Thank
Um,
you. That's
yeah,
like my great hope.
yeah, because
Yeah,
I really feel that, what you were searching for as a young girl, you're giving to many. And
yeah.
in turn, you're actually giving that to
Yourself,
your
like
younger
myself,
self.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
And I think that anybody who does the spiritual work, who offers that part of the unseen, the unconditional, I think they all have that ability to
yeah,
foster the relationship with their inner child, foster other people's inner child, and create that safe space. It's like it's just about intention. And so my intention for all of that is this space is sacred. It's not a
yeah.
church or anything,
No,
but it is guided by the divine. And
yeah,
that's where I'm going to come from, and that's where I'm going to help them from.
yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
that's so special.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So how long have you been doing your intuitive coaching?
The intuitive coaching, probably 2016, I would be heavy duty.
Okay.
My first coaching, though, was like I would write it, like they would get reports of 25, 30 pages.
Oh, wow.
And it would take me a week to do. Like they would have their own like mini book.
Yeah.
And that got tiring because it was a lot of work and I had
Yeah.
a family and stuff. And so I just, I discussed it with my partner and I was like, am I ready to do this, and
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, a long time ago. You just
Yeah.
needed to make the choice, right? And
Right.
yeah, and then probably big time 2018 until now is when in person. And the
Yeah.
market stuff was just this year.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So how did you find, now, for whatever reason, there's been a lot of pandemic conversation, like talking about when it first started.
Mhm.
So how did you make your adjustments when the pandemic hit and with your intuitive coaching and your clients and everything?
Virtual.
Yeah.
And I actually used that time to, because I had it all set up, I put it out there. Look, I will do once a month for
Yeah.
people. You join, and we'll do a group. We'll create a community, and
Yeah.
I will answer one question from each of you.
Yeah.
But you guys also have to contribute your spidey senses.
Yeah.
And it actually went really well for a while. Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
So again, you had to tap into your creativity.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, okay, how are we going to pivot? Because I
Yeah.
learned with my job, they could pivot on a dime. I didn't believe that they could, but they did because they had
Y-
to, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's stuck in their homes. Like, how are we going to pivot? And that's
Yeah.
how we pivoted, right?
Yeah. So life is all about adjustments.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's funny, at the time where we get stuck during certain things in our lives, and it's just a mindset, really. Do you find
yeah,
like
yeah.
adjusting and
I hate that feeling of not moving, and I understand why it happens. Like right now,
yeah,
I'm in a moment. Every December, it hits me like, nope, you
yeah,
got to pause. I'm like, this is driving me freaking
yeah,
crazy. But always, because like like we still have evolution to do too.
yeah,
And it's going to be in those quiet moments. And the gift of the quiet moments is for us to go through it, regardless if we want to or not. Because
yeah,
I'm like, I got to keep going, man.
yeah,
I got to do more.
yeah,
And then they're like, no. And so they're like,
yeah,
no, it's going to be quiet
yeah,
for you until the next turn of the wheel, right?
yeah, right on.
Hmm.
Um, so I have a question about your younger self.
Okay.
So what advice would you give to her now after what you've learned over your life?
Uh, have hope.
Yeah,
Um, try to anyway, all expectations of people, places, things.
Yeah.
Because you can only control yourself, your world. You cannot
Right.
control the actions of others, right?
Right.
So you just have to just try to release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find you also had to learn a little forgiveness?
I'm still working on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest, but for
Yeah.
sure, I think the last probably 3 to 4 months, well, no, since May, my father-in-law taught me a lot, and he passed away in May, and I'm really, really working on that forgiveness, and
Yeah.
I've been heavy duty into it so far, and it feels so amazing. Holy frig.
Yeah.
Like separating the person from the behavior and
Right.
really just working on how you can go into a relationship. Like, what can you do better? They won't
Yeah.
change, but how
Yeah.
can you do it? Right. And
Yeah.
so that's really, really, and it's wow, like 360, man, or
Yeah.
180. 360,
Yeah.
you're still the same way. But
Yeah.
180 in my relationship so far, like especially the
Yeah.
last few weeks, has been crazy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
forgiveness for sure. But forgiveness for you, like what you thought you should have done or didn't do or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like I think people first and foremost have to start forgiving themselves
Right.
so you can more easily do that and then be able to separate the person from the behavior.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so true.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because quite often, especially like if we're being raised by someone who is carrying forth a generational trauma,
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
it continues that whole
Yeah.
cycle.
Yeah.
But we have to learn to forgive them for not having the tools to
Yeah.
help themselves, right?
Yeah, for sure. And it's
So,
funny because I am the old, like me and my twin are the oldest of t nine, 10 siblings. I don't know.
oh
And
wow.
I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the
Yeah,
black sheep. I don't really have connection with anybody anymore. It's just me, my husband, and our kids. Because of that, I was the
yeah,
one that was chosen. Thanks for
yeah,
breaking for
yeah,
breaking all of that. And when I look back, oh my gosh, at least 4 generations, at least
yeah,
that I know of the
yeah,
bull crap. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm grateful that you're able to do that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have to show much gratitude to little Kim and to, older Kim now,
Yeah.
um, for knowing what to do,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So, we are at the point in our interview where we talk about gratitude.
Okay.
So, what are you grateful for today?
I am grateful because it was been a couple of days. So I'm grateful for the support of my husband
Yeah.
and the ability to communicate in healthy ways with my children.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it all just stems for me from my little family connections, the gratitude and if we have these relationships and sometimes they're not okay, but at the base of it, it is okay. The foundation is okay because I can always go back and say and feel free to cry or spill tears and be
Yeah.
supported in that, right? And
Yeah.
that to me, that is what I've needed my whole life, and I am very
Yeah.
grateful that I have that now.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's important to just be heard, right? Like
Yes.
not necessarily have someone try to change it for
Hmm.
you, but
Hmm.
just to sit there and listen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, to hear your feelings, to hear, your thoughts, everything that's bothering you, and just to get it out because a lot of people hold it in too long.
Hmm.
And, it's just having that person to listen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm so grateful you're here with me today.
It's so
Uh,
good.
uh,
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
and we are going to have you back and we're
Okay.
going to talk about your writing.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah. And I look forward to that. So thank you for being with me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. And have a great day.
You too.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you to our listeners for joining us at the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast. We would like to take this time to thank our sponsors for their continued support. Nirvana 101. Trinity Empowerment Center. Red Haven Healing, Summers Light Markets and Events. Fernbury Collective. Ram Tough Property Maintenance. Lynette Waltham Energy, your Waves Radiant Energy Empowerment Clinic. Brandy Music Publishing Canada. Wildcat Hills Records Canada. Divine Guidance Personal Empowerment with Dale and Jean Hogue. Soul Sanctuary Lounge, Krylo Crystal Creations, Bonnie Supernet Psychic Medium and Author. Burke Virtual Assistant Agency and Transformational Retreats in Cypress Hills, Saskatchewan. Your contributions help us bring meaningful conversations, inspiring stories and soulful perspectives to our community. We are extremely grateful and look forward to a wonderful Season 3.